if you're just now starting a business and you happen to be single in the process of starting a business, I don't think the person should go into a relationship until the business is where it should be. But some people feel like they can handle both. So what's your perspective in your with your own situation? How did you transition to single, married, children, family?
That is a good question. So I will say I agree with you to an extent, but I agree with you, and I'm going to say and. Let's do
Okay.
that. Okay. So I agree with you, and yet I still feel that most people don't understand what it takes to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
So if you, Candid, were to find a woman that understands what it is to be an entrepreneur and is willing to support you through it, then that's the type of person that you date when you're beginning as an entrepreneur. If you are trying to date someone who has a job, who doesn't get it, who doesn't understand the grind, who hasn't done it themselves, they're not going to get it. I actually met my now husband, after I started Candid Couture, but I started Candid Couture in 2008. I met him in 2009. He's also a business owner. He
Okay.
helped me tremendously, like figuring out, like from figuring out how to get investors to figuring out my profit and loss statements. He was the CFO of his companies, and so he really helped me with getting my business in order and my finances. And so it was a big help for me as an entrepreneur to be dating another entrepreneur who was further along in their business and who could teach me things.
Mm,
So for me,
I love
in
it.
that situation, it worked. For a lot of people, that's not the case. And if you don't have somebody who's gonna push you, who's gonna tell you when when it seems like you should give up, consider, don't throw the towel in yet, keep going, keep trying. Like if you don't have somebody who's gonna pick you up off the floor and put you in the bed and take the laptop out your hands, if you don't have somebody who's going to understand that you got to go across the country or across the world for a trade show, and you're going to be on your own, and you're going to be mingling and talking to and meeting people, networking with them, your phone is going to be ringing sometimes in the middle of the night, and they're not going to get jealous, then yeah, then that's not your person. That's not your person in the beginning of your relationship, and it's probably not going to be your person later in the relationship either. It really takes a certain type of person to be an entrepreneur, and then it takes a certain type of person to be with an entrepreneur. And we're not for everybody. Like we don't have predictable lives and predictable schedules. We eat what we kill. We have to network and meet people. We can't just be like, oh babe, you don't want me out talking to people? Well, I won't go meet people. Nah, like that's getting in the way of like your money. Like, no, like, so
Can I tell you a
so
crazy story? Not to cut you off.
no, tell me. I love a good story.
That part is what you said, like how you broke it down, honestly changed my perspective a little bit of it. So man,
Mm.
I might give dating a try. I say that now. But that